Good morning to everybody. Today's session is on Barite class of orthorhombic system. Before this session, we have studied the Ganana class of isometric system and Zircon class of tetragonal system. As we have seen that the isometric system possesses highest symmetry, where the three axes were equal in length and were perpendicular to each other. Then we went for zircon class of tetragonal system, where the three axes were perpendicular to each other, but the vertical axis was different in length. And now in this system, all three axes are perpendicular to each other, but all three axes are different in length. So slowly or gradually, the symmetry has been reduced from isometric system to orthorhombic system. The common factor among these three systems is that all the axes are perpendicular to each other. So let us discuss about the Barite class of the orthorhombic system. So in orthorhombic system, all three axes are perpendicular to each other, but all three axes are unequal in length, and hence their name are A, B, and C. So one thing is very clear that all the three axes are different in their length, but the perpendicularity is maintained. So the name are A, B, and C. The axis which runs from observer to back is A. The axis which runs from right to left will be B, whereas the axis which runs from top to bottom will be referred as C. As usual, the front end, the right end, and the uh, top end will be referred as positive, whereas the rear end, left end, and the bottom end will be referred as negative. Barite is a mineral which shows the maximum symmetry of this class, and hence the name as barite class as a normal class. The A-axis is referred as brachyaxis, whereas the B-axis is referred as macroaxis. So there is a specific name for them. The A-axis as brachy, whereas the B-axis as a macro. Later on, they are used to name the domes like brachydome and macrodome. So we'll see it later. Let us see these symmetry elements. There are three axes of symmetry, three plane of symmetry, and one center of symmetry. So in isometric system, there were 13 axes of symmetry, 9 plane of symmetries, and of course one center of symmetry. Then we have seen in tetragonal, there were 5 axes of symmetry and 5 plane of symmetry. Now in orthorhombic system, they has decreased to 3 axes of symmetry and 3 plane of symmetry. That itself explains that gradually the symmetry of the class is decreasing. So in this system, the three axes of symmetry are of two-fold symmetry. Means whichever axis you will choose to hold the crystal, along which if you will rotate the crystal, the referred phase will repeat itself only for twice. Okay, so there is no threefold or fourfold axis of symmetry. Only two-fold axis of symmetry is there. Means there is only a possibility of repetition of a phase for only twice. Then we can see the axis of the plane of symmetry, where there are three planes along which if you will cut the crystal, you can get the two equal halves. Of them, two are vertical planes, you can see in the picture, and the third one is horizontal plane. So there are only three planes along which you can cut and you can get the equal halves. There is no another plane along which you can get or you will get the equal halves, and hence only three plane of symmetries are available there. And of course, we have one center of symmetry at the center of the crystal, and the definition is very clear. There has to be some similar type of structure on both the end of the center of symmetry. Okay, this was all about the symmetry elements of the orthorhombic system. Let us see the forms of orthorhombic system. Here you can see that the domes are very well known in the orthorhombic system. The pictures on the left hand of your screen are the domes. Okay, so the name of domes are given on the basis of the axis to which they are parallel. So it is very essential to understand. Now we know that the A-axis is a brachyaxis and the B-axis is a macroaxis. So the faces or the dome having four faces, which is parallel to the macro axis, will be called as the macrodome. The upper right one is the macrodome, upper left one is the macrodome. But the lower end, the lower crystal on the right side of your screen will be referred as the brachydome. Why? Because the four faces are parallel to the brachyaxis. So orthorhombic domes can be classified on the basis of the axis which are parallel to it. Like the dome is made up of four faces, and those four faces, if they are parallel to macro, then they will be referred as the macro domes. And if they are parallel to the brachyaxis, then it will be referred as a brachydome. And of course, you can see here that the Miller indices alters. Like in orthorhombic dome, you can see there is a 101, whereas in the macrodome, whereas in the brachydome, it is 011. In macrodome, it is 101 or 101. Okay, so the four faces gives you the domes, whereas the two faces which combines these four faces will be referred as a pinacoid. So if the pinacoid or the two faces is parallel to the brachy, then it is called as a brachypinacoid. And if these two faces are parallel to the macro, it is called as a macropinacoid. So the macrodome is an open form, but it becomes closed if you consider brachypinacoid with it. So a macrodome converts into a closed form if you attach a brachypinacoid. And in brachydome, you can close that form with the macropinacoid. So brachydome or the dome consists of four faces, which is open form, whereas the pinacoid is the form consisting of two faces, which closes the form. Both have different kind of Miller indices. As you know that the axis which intercepts decides the Miller indice. You can see here where the 0, 1, 0 or 0, 1, 0 is given. That means the macro axis is intercepting that face, and hence macro axis is the second axis. As a result, 1 exists at the second position, and hence the notation will be 0, 1, 0. Whereas if you see the macrodome's upper face where 101 is written, so the first axis and the last axis is intercepting this face. You can see in the picture how at the corner or the edge these two axes are intercepting. Hence, the 1, not 1. The 0 at the center itself explains that the macro axis is parallel to it. And as you know, the axis which is parallel will decide the name, and 0 is at the center, and hence macro axis will decide the name, and hence it will be referred as a macrodome. So it is quite similar for the brachydome too. The another forms of the orthorhombic system are given here, like prism, pyramid, pinacoids, double dipyramids. So these are some of the well-known forms of the orthorhombic system. But domes and pinacoids are much better to understand. Let us see the example. Examples: the topaz and olivine are well known. The left end on your screen is indicating topaz crystal, whereas of course olivine is green color, and the crystal on the right end of your screen is of olivine crystal. Both these minerals crystallizes in the orthorhombic system, and of course you'll find that they have the of course they will show the properties of the orthorhombic system, and of course barite is of course the normal class. So let us see a revision of this crystal system. Barite class of orthorhombic system, where we have seen the symmetry of the actual arrangement of this system, where the three axes are different and are perpendicular to each other. The front axis is called as brachy, whereas the B axis is referred as macro. Macro means long, brachy means short. Then we have seen the symmetry elements where there are 3 axes of symmetries of twofold. Okay, only 2 repetition can be observed along these 3 axes. Then we have three plane of symmetries. 2 are vertical, 1 is horizontal. Then we have 1 center of symmetry in it. The decrease in the symmetry as compared to isometric and tetragonal can be understood by the axial configuration. Then we can see the form. The well-known forms are dome and the pinacoids. Dome consists of 4 faces, pinacoid consists of 2 faces. Dome and pinacoid combines and creates prism. Okay, prism is a closed prism. You can make it closed. Dome is an open form. The domes are named, or the pinacoids are named on the basis of axis which is parallel to them. So in the left top end of your screen, the 4 faces are parallel to the macro axis, and hence the name macrodome. The image to the down of your left corner of the screen, you can see here the 4 faces are parallel to the brachy axis, and hence it is called as the brachydome. The pinacoid in the upper diagram, in the upper picture, it is parallel to the brachy, hence it is called as the brachypinacoid, whereas down it is a macropinacoid. So macrodome is open form, but if you combine it with the brachypinacoid, it will become closed. The brachydome is open form of 4 faces. If you combine it with the macropinacoid, it will develop into a closed form. Other examples are prism, pyramids, and pinacoids. Remember that there is a prism in the tetragonal system, but there the 2 axes are, the 2 horizontal axes are equal in length. But here, these prisms are different from the tetragonal prisms because here all sides are unequal in length. Even you can see the pyramids too, because they are unequal in length, though they looks like orthorhombic crystals, but they are referred as pyramids. The well-known examples are topaz and olivine. Of course, barite is there as it is a normal class. So thank you very much for your attention. Now let me take some, just give me a minute. I'll take photograph. Okay, now, okay, I'm putting remedial coaching link for you. Okay, did you got my remedial coaching link? Hello, in the chat box.
Yes.
Yeah, great. So if you find any query regarding this link, regarding this topic, you can just put it on your through the link. Okay.